Alright, this is being kind of funky because I transferred everything over, so it's gonna be called SRTV, but everything's not fully loaded yet, and some things I had to transfer over. So I do not know if this sound is going to work appropriately, but we will try to get everything to run smoothly, and hopefully we still have all the transitions and everything. During practice, I'll probably do an ad and make sure that we're getting some sound going in here. And to begin with, I need to turn off the sounds in iRacing because I have no idea what the heck people are gonna say. Awesome, it doesn't want to work. Oh, we got business going. All right, Mr. Zachary Thornton. Right now the car should be quiet, but if there's any issues, I know you are not going to be lazy to tell me that something's wrong. Ah, Noah, how's it going? All right. Um, for the people that are just popping in, I transferred everything over, so it's gonna be SRTV, not my name, so it's a little more professional sounding. But in the process of transferring everything over, Streamlabs was somehow like still tied to the other account, so I'd authenticate it. It said that it would take up to 24 hours for it to work. So I logged out, logged back in, and it worked, but some of the settings were not as I wanted them. So I am quickly trying to get everything up to speed because this was all last minute. I didn't know Streamlabs would be this funky. And I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna mess with some camera angles so we can enhance your experience. Currently, we are in qualifying though, with not much time left, so I'm going to go quickly. All right, here we go. Eventually, we'll have Kepi join us in the booth. Hopefully, he joins us here soon because it is much more entertaining with him doing it. And we got our lovely camera angles working. Right now, you're looking at the number 9 of Darren's staff. And we will go through your lineup very shortly. I'm going to change your ticker. So it's going to be the race ticker with top 3 on the leaderboard. So therefore, you guys are up to date because I already got all the information. And it does look like Parker Collins managed. It says he got pole, but he's on the outside lane. We still have a few people to pop into the session. There we go. Oh, Jason got. Dang, Jason. All right. Nope. It is left front. There we go. So starting on pole. This is the 924 Shadow Racing Machine of Jason Rajak. You can see that Pierce graphics banner on there. I did not know he had that. Ah, it looks so good. Onto his outside. It looks like it is the number 18, Parker Collins. And behind Parker is the 57 of Ellis Wells. And to his outside, the number 4 of Mark Brannigan Jr. Starting number 5th position. We can see that black car. He always qualifies well at these plate tracks. That is number 64, Brett Murphy, and his outside, the 35 of Zachary Thornton in the number 6 position. In 7th, it is the 14 of Nathan Talman. And then is the car that we originally started with, the number 9 of Darren Staff. Oh boy, cars are moving. Behind Darren is the 07, going to come by your screen right now in the number 9 position of our friend Wes Gallo. To his outside, it is the the number 21, Logan Rosinski, right there on your screen. And we're going to get back up to the leader right now, that 924, and keep you guys up to speed as we're going to go green flag racing very shortly here at Talladega, the race before the playoffs. Yes, this is the retro Fierce Graphics ticker. I am too cheap to buy the new one, I guess. And it looks like we do have a fan in the chat for Brett. Brett always does well here. Well, he qualifies well. He usually avoids most of the wrecks. And thank you for the comments, Tiny Dog Racing. We'll see if Collins, Tallman, and Staff can do well too. Pace car is out. And I'm going to remind you later on where the start-finish line is, just like everybody.
Green, green, green.
I'm not going to remind you right now. As you can see right now, we're going to go green flag racing. That 924 is off to about an equal start as to the outside of the 18 leading that lane. Currently, they are all side by side. No one's jumping out of line, taking it 3 wide already. But after you go through turns 1 and 2, the inside lane have more of an advantage. And there we go. We see that 3rd lane pop up. But they're kind of being all... Oh, I hear Cappy. How's it going, Cappy?
I forgot that this is 15-minute practice, so, but hey, I got here as soon as the green flag came out, so that is a good thing here.
Yes, that is very good. You can see Jason leading the first lap, being pushed by Ellis Wells in the 57. They are starting to go single file, so you came in the nick of time. Give us that awesome entertainment as we were going to be single file through, unfortunately, a lot of this thing because of that aero package.
Yeah, this is what it is. People wanting to survive till the end. 70 laps, so we're in for a long race tonight.
Yep, we're in for a long haul, especially if these guys keep it single file. We'll see how many cautions will happen here. Usually Dega is A, either a caution fest, or B, like, we see nothing. And when we see nothing, it's because of these long trains that have already happened here on lap 2 out of 70. You can see that entire line being led from Jason all the way down to Zach Thornton. Zach started off well. So, that's unfortunate for him.
Got one car on the line. Oh, he's able to get in. That's Parker Collins in the 18.
Oh, there's
we got stuck up in the back here. That's the 25 in the apron.
25?
On the apron. He's going to fall all the way back. That is Braden Black, too. Oh, man. And he is way off pace. About 20 miles per hour off pace. He's got some rear end damage, and that's a tough break early on. I'm going to go back and see what happened. Oh, everybody just stacked up in the inside lane, and then he got hit, and he just got out of control. Go through the field. Oh, Seth Hood and the number 69 car has a lot of damage on the front and rear end. Let's see, Brian Lozano in the 77, he has some damage as well. So does Tristan Mallet in the 99.
Oh, Tristan's.
So yeah, tough break for all these guys. Bryn George in the 8, once again, no luck, just like last week. He's got some damage, so.
Yeah, Bryn usually finds a way, like, to gather contact. He's just like a magnet.
We have two distinct trains now. So let's see how fast the other one is. So second train of cars is about 10 miles per hour faster than the last person on the first train here. We got the 14 car up front. He's in fifth right now. He is falling back in the outside lane as the second train of cars has caught one another. 14 trying to get in the inside lane, but he just can't get there, as the guys in the second train have now gone to the outside lane, and they're coming to the head of vengeance as the 14 dives down low. As right as the 77, a lot of other cars in the outside lane try to get by, and the outside lane is going to fall back now. So you've definitely seen that inside lane prevails. The 77 gets loose. He leads the outside train, which is now down to 3 cars. So that's not going to be really good for them.
No, they're probably going to go back. I guess props to them, though, for trying to make something happen here.
They've got a bit of a run now. 99's pushing the heck out of the 77, but both those cars in the outside lane are damaged, so that's not helping them.
Yeah, that damage
definitely. Double Zero's going to hop out of line, and he's going to try to get the draft, those cars in the outside lane.
Yeah, that damage on those machines definitely not helping them out here at Talladega, but they have managed to stay with the pack. So when that competition caution for the stage comes out, I should say the stage caution comes out, they could either get their fast repair or try and manually get as much of that done as they can and still be in competition. But they're not losing this main drive, so.
That's the lane gets going on the back stretch, but you lose all that ground that he's just gained in these corners. So see, Double Zero not cleared enough for the guy behind him to go out and help this outside lane. So here comes the outside lane. They're going to gain some ground on the front stretch. They're gaining a lot of ground. Well, we know once we get to those corners, they're going to start falling back here. Double Zero goes up to give him some draft. He is clear enough of the 69 car. He's going to follow the line there.
Yep, Chris Robinson in that Double Zero. He was coming up to see if he could get a run on the guys in front of him.
Stacking up the inside lane of the 18 almost gets turned there. Double Zero's going to be out of luck now. He's going to be on the outside lane. Luckily, just as the outside lane catches them. But now he's too is going to be included on the falling back, because they're going to side drop each other right there. So the 07 and the Double Zero are going to fall back from the leaders here, as the 18 is going to feed some draft to the outside lane. And he's actually going to stay in the outside lane instead of going down here.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I thought you would have gone to the inside, but we can see Wes Gallo in that 07 kind of pick up the slack there. So the lane closed up, doesn't have a choice anymore.
You know, a bit of excitement going on in these first 8 laps out of 70. Just trying to test out the outside lane. There's definitely a lot of cars in this outside lane now than there were before. As the 18 almost gets turned by the Double Zero in the outside lane. There's a lot of cars stacking up in the outside lane, just trying to push each other here. But this outside lane is finally caught up to the leaders now. This is going to be interesting 2x2 racing here in Coast to Coast.
Yep, that outside lane is trying their best to get it done, and they have succeeded somewhat, as long as that outside lane can keep the momentum. Chris Robinson, though, giving a great push to Parker Collins.
This outside lane is split into 2, maybe even 3 packs here, as we got some people in the inside lane blinking up front. And here comes the outside lane. It's going to be digging here on the backstretch. 77 pushing the second car and land on the outside. The Double Zero, he's going to feed that to the 18 car. Not enough down this backstretch. The leader did not really pull away there on the outside lane.
No, they are. Okay, now it looks like they are starting to lose some on the turns. You're kind of sitting about equal on the backstretch.
More people went to the inside lane here. Outside lost some of its numbers. There's about 6 cars in the outside lane, now down to about 5. No, back to 6. So here they come. They're getting really close to the leaders now. This is the closest they've been all race. 18 maybe could play himself, not anymore.
No, but that energy kind of the top side has faded off. The last car in that is Logan Rosinski. And then after that, we just see a long train of cars all the way back to Bryn George and that crumpled Mustang he's got there.
Yeah, the leader's pulling away now, but now the leaders have broken up. I think Wells' oil or water temperature must be high here. Smooth 18 gets a bit loose on the outside lane here. That's going to slow him down. Outside lane just continuing to fall back.
Yep, they just don't have the energy they had before. So Parker Collins took the risk to go on that outside lane. Trying to make something happen. Unfortunate for him, though. He's just going backwards.
Outside lane's about 5 car lengths back now, but now they're getting organized again. Run. Maybe. We'll see. Not really enough gaining there. They've gained about a car length. They're 4 cars behind the leader, but that's just going to fall back here in the corners. 18's going to side draft. 4th car in line in the inside lane somewhat. Now the Wells back on the rear bump of the leader here. Across the line for lap 12 now, out of 70.
Yep, we are just starting lap number 12. The comp caution. When was that thing going to come out?
Well, last time it came out on lap 25 at Dover last week, so it should be around like the point of the race.
Unfortunately, on their schedule, they do have the stage thing coming out on their schedule. It says for Talladega, it is going to be lap 25. So we're sort of halfway to the stage, and that top side is just.
Yeah, he's lost an important figure, that 0-0. Now he's going to hop out high, trying to give them some draft. He was the 2nd car in lane, but moving the inside lane, and look how much he has already pulled away from the outside lane just by going to the inside. He's going to side draft the 14 car, going to bring him back a little bit, but not enough. But now the 0-0 is going to slow down that outside lane even more, just because of the difference of mile per hour. It's now only 4 cars in the outside lane. The outside lane is just falling back.
Yep, I'm not entirely sure why Chris hopped out of line. Maybe he was trying to see if he could take a risk, get some points for the stage, but yeah, it's just going to put him back with Parker, who tried to take the same risk. Same with Brian and Tristan.
The 99, 81, trying to see what the outside lane's all about. 81 goes back in. I'm going to check in with that driver. Yeah, that is Brandon Black and John Lynch, who was involved in that accident earlier. They are now in turn number 2, so this main pack is going to be catching them soon.
Yep.
Zachary
John
Thorne,
Lynch.
last week's winner, he was in the back for the start of the race and is slowly creeping his way up towards the front. He's in, I believe, 7th place right now, but he is somebody to watch here in the Super Speedway.
Yep, I believe Zach has kind of just stayed on the inside, though, as the 4 Mark Brannigan. Tries to hop out, slots back in line, knows nothing's going to happen of it. But I think, like, Thornton is kind of just sticking on the inside. All those people are taking the risk. They're just going to the back, which allows that 35 machine to go up.
Definitely. Outside lane was catching up a little bit, and now they're falling back more, as now it's only 2 cars. That was the inside lane, checks up in the back.
Oh, they're crazy back there.
Yeah. A lot of cars lost some time there. The outside lane's only 2 cars now. And then they're going to side draft each other around 9th place right there, so that's not going to help them. They're just going to continue to fall back here.
Nope, and Logan Rosinski is barely hanging on for dear life. Thankfully, though, his car does not have too much damage, it looks like, so he might be able to get the draft, but that gap is pretty big. Might have lost the draft.
These front 4 cars broken up here. Got a few car lengths between each one of these, mostly between 2nd and 3rd place right now. 57's going to back out, probably get himself cooler temperatures on the grill. lap 16 out of 70.
And we are approaching the lap cars. I can see them in the screen. They probably will go high because people in this league are not
Never know.
that crazy. but right now, everybody is like evenly spaced apart. Ellis Wells, no stranger to the plate racing in that McDonald's 57. Some good TV action. I'm along with Jason, who's led every lap so far. No one's really challenged him, and Brett Murphy in the 64, kind of just staying steady there in the third position. Wes has also been sticking himself on the inside lane. Kind of the same strategy as we saw Thornton do. And they're just slowly marching their way to the front. And it looks like we do have that second lane coming.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of cars. They went from 2 cars last lap to about 6 or 7 now. Zachary Thornton being side drafted by the 4 car. They have just split the pack up now. 4 cars in the inside lane on that front pack. Well, the majority of the cars in that second pack are on the outside lane.
Yeah, it's very noticeable. That side draft given by the 4 Mark Brannigan.
Oh, the 4 almost gets turned in the outside lane.
Oh, Tyler just got into the back of him, but thankfully Mark was able to save that, or we would have seen a caution here at Talladega. But that just messed the lane up. And it looks like maybe Mark's going to slide his way back in front of Brian Lorenzo.
You got the leader wanting second place to get closer to him in the corners, but not push him. His direction's given there.
Oh, I can imagine what's going on. Don't push the pusher is a very common say that a lot of people these plate races would say. You have a lot of aggressive people, and if you just give someone a bump when they don't need it, you can easily just send them around.
So we got some people in the second lane fearing they might be losing the draft of this, excuse me, not the second lane, but the second pack. They're fearing that they may have lost the draft already for the pack ahead of them, but now that problem seems to be fixed as they're no longer too wide in the back pack, and people in the first pack are now 2x2, so.
Yeah, I can see a second pack over there. It's led by Bryn George. I'm hoping that the damage on that 8 car isn't suffering or making them suffer, but it very well could be.
Yeah, but they're slowly rejoining this first pack here. There's nobody on the outside lane now. Now within a few seconds that they saw these 2 lap cars here. They're slowly approaching them. A lot slower than I thought they would, considering these 2 cars ahead of them are damaged and only 2 cars. See if they come into play in a few laps.
To the outside, Mark, Brian, and Darren are going to try it again. Tristan will not go with him though, and he'll keep his 99 machine on the inside. These guys are making some ground as they made a move at the right time. Tristan's going to go up with them also. See what Bryn does. If he goes up as well, you can see Tyler in the 81 also trying to go up to form that second line. And nope, they came back down to the inside.
These leaders are in the draft now, these lap cars, so they're going to be getting around them this lap here. Just wonder where these lap cars will go. They're going high now, out of the way of these leaders.
Yep, as predicted, they're going to stay high out of the way. Maybe these guys are teammates because they have a similar scheme, being black and green. Who knows, but I'm sure this wasn't a part of their team plan to be lapped.
Yeah.
Before the first stage.
Luckily, the stage is only in about 3-4 laps. So.
Yep, it's coming
up
quick.
They're going to come down and join this first pack here. As the top 4 have pulled away here into their own little section here. But this second pack, they're quickly approaching them right here.
Yeah, they're not too far off, especially because they have the draft. Those 2 lap cars there in the middle. They're gonna probably catch themselves back up, just like kind of been seeing the accordion effect going on west.
These lap cars going to help
Left side.
the fourth place of that is West Gallo. They're going to help West Gallo get around that 64 car, Brett Murphy, who did not have a good week at Darlington last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Brett stayed out on some old tires. He managed to lead a lap, but at what cost?
He's parachuted back to the field.
Brett definitely hoping for some redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Wes. He didn't have a great race either. We heard Brian in the interview saying that he got some good points over the people needing to battle for the cutoff line, as the playoffs are going to start next week. Wes being one of those people very close to the playoff line, and he does need to get some stage points here and a good finish to see if he can beat Brian to make that playoff spot.
Well, they're checking up in the it's almost wrecked here back in the pack. I believe it's the 12 car of Connor LaFrance. As the only car in the outside lane for now is Darren Stapp, and he's just falling back. And now a lot of other cars come up to help him. That's the 77, the 18, the 90. It's about a few cars in the outside lane here. Is the outside lane trying to start up here in this first pack? As the 69, he has damage on the front of his car. He almost got turned by Zachary Thorne there. They checked up, or did not get pushed well. Thorne getting side drafted, falling back here. The outside lane's gonna gain some here on the back stretch, as they always do.
We'll see
Actually, not anymore, as they have just parachuted. I guess I jinxed them. Zachary Thorne trying to make something work on the outside lane now, but this is the first time he's been up top all day, as they're 3 wide back in the pack now.
Yep, and they will be coming to the stage this time, seeing who can win it.
3 wide.
Remember, they got some time before they do it. We got Wes Gallo on the outside trying to see if he can beat him, and no, he cannot. Jason Rajak will win the stage. Wes Gallo in second. Still some good points for Wes. Ellis Wells in third. Brett Murphy in fourth, and Seth Hood would round out. Sticker just changed. Maybe it was Zachary Thornton. No, ticker changed back. I'm going to go with what I originally said. Seth Hood in fifth, rounding out the top 5. And the top 5 will get stage points here. So how about you say we bring up our stage winner into the broadcast?
Sounds like a plan.
Now I can see all the channels.
Nice.
Thanks, Zach.
Hey, Jason, it's Matt in the booth. Matt and Kepi in the booth. You copy?
Hey, Matt. How you doing?
Hey, we saw that stage win there, holding off Wes. So how was it from your perspective? We saw the lane forming a few times, but no one really came up to challenge you.
Yeah, my spotter was keeping me informed of how that was going. Hunter was spotting for me tonight, so he was letting me know that where it was going, and I was watching in my mirror. So I was really happy that it didn't come up, because it would have been a little tough to figure out how to handle that. But thankfully, we're able to keep it going, and let me just do my pit stop here, get on pit road.
Gotcha. Don't want to interrupt you. Don't speed.
Yeah, once I get my pit stall, I'll update you a little bit more.
Gotcha. Well, that is going to come up very soon. As you can see the crew member kind of dropping the sign for you there.
Yeah, so it started out well. I knew I got the pole, so that helped a lot. Yeah. Then I just maintained the inside because I knew that would be where.
Barely won the race off the pit road.
Yeah, I missed when. I almost missed that. That was bad. All right, we're still good. But yeah, just maintain the inside line. Elias did a nice job pushing me there. And then coming to the stage, wanted to make sure that we were nice and close. And then Wes and I guess someone else tried to pull out, but thankfully I had enough momentum on the inside to make it to the end there ahead of him. So first stage win that I've had in the Coast to Coast Cup Series. So I was really happy about that. That was really cool to get. So I was happy to get that for Shadow Racing
Gotcha. Very
and
great.
the Unbound Chevy. And Unbound Chevy's been driving well, and looking forward to leading more of this thing.
Gotcha. So yeah, very great season for you so far. One last question before I let you go, because I don't want to disturb you too much. How do you think this would prepare you for the end of the race? Because you know at some point people are going to try and go for the win. So
Yeah. I liked how I drove to finish this stage. If things play out the same way, that's going to be really good. I do have some ideas of things that I could do, depending on how the lanes form and whether or not we get a second lane. But I obviously don't want to give that away in case anyone else is in the race is watching. But I've got a couple other ideas up my sleeve of what I want to do, depending on how I see the lanes forming behind me.
gotcha. Don't wanna hand out team secrets over here, because I know we had Thornton in the chat. Some people rooting for Brett. Some people rooting for Darren and his team. So
Yeah, I'd like to see Darren do well. I know he's trying to get into the playoffs, so hope he does well. And I don't know if Tommy's watching the stream, but if Tommy's watching, I'm gonna say hi to him.
gotcha. Well, before we let you go, Cappy, anything you want to ask?
No. I hope the broadcast is going well, and feel free to do a mid-race interview too, that if you want, if it's single file.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for your time, Jason.
Yeah, you're welcome, Matt. Anytime.
Put him back. Got a racing chat, so I can talk with Logan over there. And Cappy, I know you've been
Jason's,
pretty quiet. Any thoughts?
Jason's put this race on cruise control. Clearly, he just been out front since the get-go. So good for him. See if he can keep this up for the about the ballpark. I'd say probably like 40 laps we have left. Maybe. Yeah, we have about 40 laps left in the race. So
Yeah, tad more than 40.
yeah, just somewhere around 40. Just a little more.
There are no lights on the pace car, I believe I can see on my screen. Yep, no lights. And we are going to be going green next time by. We're going to see how the outside lane is going to work. It's going to be led by Wes. We'll see if Wes tries to use that to take the lead or if he's going to slot back in on the inside. If that Mustang can do any damage and get in first place.
And we had everybody come down pit road except I believe John Lynch. He was getting his lap back, and Braden, he did not take a wave around, but he did get his car fixed up. So actually no, it's still damaged, but he got some repairs on it. Clearly not as damaged as it was before. So got some damaged cars littered throughout the field. So it's be interesting.
Yep, pace car goes away, but we have to wait an extra minute before we actually go green here. Which anticipation. But Jason doesn't want to go too soon or everybody's just going to get a massive run on him. Probably going to go. Green flag is out. Wait, he goes and there's a gap down on the inside for Wes. Maybe that's teammates there, because they are teammates. So I believe that was some 2K magic happening on.
That 64 did not get the good hole shot there. 07 from the outside lane, just swooped in, got the inside lane, and teammates 1-2 in the inside lane. But here comes the outside lane. The 81, the third car in line, beating a big shove. The 18, who's the second car in line in the outside lane. Not enough to catch the 57 here in the outside lane. So you have 3 cars mainly up front in the outside lane, and then there's 2 cars in the outside lanes in the back. 81's going to dive to the inside lane. 2 cars now on the outside lane. They're not connected though, so that's really going to cost him. They're ballooning, they're parachuting back throughout the field.
How many times can you say lane in one sentence?
Yeah.
Yep. After you go
Falling back.
green, Jason's gonna lead the lap 1. A lot of the field going single file here. You can see that outside group still being led by Ellis Wells. They kind of dropped back a lot. Not what he wanted to see on the restart.
As the 4 is going to try to jump up to the outside lane, he changes his mind. He might jump outside here. No, he had a good run in the 81 car ahead of him. This outside lane is going to try to pass him now in the corners. John Munch has he is falling back from the pack here. Yeah, he's a lot of seconds behind. He said he missed a shift on the start and he's going to ride around now.
That sucks. And I have to wait for a caution to come out.
Here comes that outside lane. It's more organized here. More people on it.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of people right now.
Behind inside lane. There's a car below the double yellow line. That's the 12. Goes pushing the 4. Now there's more cars on the outside lane than there are on the inside lane. This should be interesting. Second place falls below the double yellow line real quick here. This is getting intense here. Because we're only lap 30 out of 40. Excuse me, lap 30 out of 70. So we're almost halfway here. Lap 35 and 5 laps would be halfway.
Yep, this is very interesting. We do have that 2 wide action, but just like what we saw with the first stage, they got organized, but it seems like the highest they got was up to like the 3rd position, and then they kind of like fell back a little bit. But 2K...
18 trying to push the heck out of the 57 in the outside lane. Let's see how much they catch up in here. Got 5 car train in the inside lane. Is the 07 blinking here? That's not going to help this inside lane. As the outside lane not as organized throughout the lane as the inside is, so they don't gain that much as they could have there on the backstretch.
We do have 2K racing all in positions 2, 3, and 4, so those teammates working together. They're probably gonna.
Oh, inside lane stacking up the 4 got really loose, and they just stacked up the 12 and double 0. They might have some damage from that. Let's see. Looks like they don't really have any, but a little tiny dent on the hood of the double 0 though. Shouldn't really affect it too much. It's really noticeable.
Nope, and as you were talking about that, we saw some people switching from the top side to the bottom side. Most notably that 21 Logan Rosinski. He found a lane, kind of took it. So maybe this top side is going to fall apart because they're slowly losing it.
That outside lane, they're stacking up here. It's the 14's going to try to send it 3 wide and immediately regrets the decision and goes back to the middle lane. It's inside lane, it's split up again, not anymore. Outside lane gaining some ground there. They've got a huge run right now. They might catch the leader here down the back. They have the biggest run I've seen all day here.
Currently they are about side by side with Wes, so
you've got some people over the radio saying they're about to wreck right now. So 18 pushing the heck out of the 57, and that big run happens because that 3rd place car was able to get a good push on 2nd place car in the outside lane, and that reciprocated to the 1st car in the outside lane, and they just really caught the leader there. They were right behind 2nd place, so that looks to be happening right now. 3rd place on the outside lane hanging back a little bit as the 2nd place on the outside lane is shoving the 1st place on the outside lane, the 57. They're falling back a bit though. Comes the 99, 3rd place on the outside lane. He's trying to get to the bumper there. Not able to get to the bumper. The 2nd place on the outside lane, the 18. They're gonna fall back up there on the outside lane.
Yep, as long as he doesn't bump in the turns, should be fine if it's square down the straightaway. And that looks exactly what Parker Collins is doing, but there's only so much he can do with what he's got to work with. And as soon as Jason passes the start finish line this time by, it would be the halfway mark of this race. We got 35 more laps to go. And also, if these guys stay green flag racing, we're gonna have some green flag pit stops. I haven't seen that in a while, Kepi.
Yeah, that's super speedway too, so that really adds to the fun. His outside lane, a lot of lost of members, but now we had like 4 cars that just went high. And the outside lane gaining some ground now. It's 18 who's been on the outside all day. Finally goes the inside lane in the back. So he's just looking to try to have some stability here. This outside lane is new wave of the outside lane. All the way up about 5 car lengths behind the leader. But there's only 5 cars as they almost wrecked her. They're really stacked up there. Now
They're being really crazy.
Yeah.
Right now, that group being led by the 21, the 81 of Tyler.
Oh, there's a car on the grass in the inside lane. That's John Lennon. He spun in turns 1 and 2 and is reset to pit road. Let's see what happened there. Oh, his pedals broke. That's what he's saying. His pedals broke. He just went in he was in the tribal. Yeah, his pedals broke because his wheel just suddenly turned. Or must have been something in his wheel because let me look in his cockpit here because oh yeah, something happened. His car just instantly turned, and he's reporting he has issues with his wheel and pedals. So it is a tough break for the 90. He has not had a good day today. And his race is over basically. So.
Yeah, at least though he wasn't kind of in this big pack of cars. We would have seen our first caution for the day, most definitely.
Besides the 6 caution. So outside lane still about 4 or 5 car lengths behind the leader here.
Yep, they're about staying steady with that 4th driver in line.
The inside lane was kind of broken up there. Ford giving a good push to the 81 in the outside lane. They're picking up some momentum here as we go into turn number 1 here. Lap 38 out of 70. Now only 4 car lengths behind the leader. Let's see how good of a run they get down this back stretch. Ford's not really to the bumper of the 81. Now he is. He's going to give him a good push here. This Bryn George in 4th place on that inside lane. He fall back a little bit there, so it's going to allow the 81 and the rest of the outside lane to try to gain some momentum, but it just does not work out for them.
No, they are gaining a little bit down the backstretch, and as soon as they reached to the corner, they lost 2 car lengths, as we can see, starting now in clean air. Oh, they're getting really bunched up.
Now the 81 ditches the outside lane, just trying to get some track position here. Now
back
he jumps
up.
Back up the outside.
Unfortunately, though, they only have 5 cars in that outside lane. 2 of them are kind of far off. So not looking good for them.
Outside lane's about 7 car lengths back now.
Oh, Darren in that
9
Christmas
cars
scheme he made. Jumps up to the outside lane.
This outside lane's really disconnected now. So is the back half of the inside lane. It's that 9 car. Oh, he was on the inside lane the entire time. As soon as he jumps out to the high side, he's just gonna fall back like a rock.
Oh, he's trying to get down. Looks like Brian. I think those guys are teammates. Brian let him get in line, so that's good news for him.
Just been a up and down, topsy-turvy race in this outside lane. One moment they're right near the leader, and just most of the time they're just trying to work their way up to the lane. So that's not really worked out well for them. Is they're 3 wide in the back. Now back to 2 wide.
Yep, Tristan Millett was in the middle there. Was coming back on the inside.
A lot of people in this outside lane now. It's about even number of people on the inside and the outside. Now put more people on the outside, excuse me, the inside lane. So here comes this outside lane. It's only 3 car lengths behind the leader, but the 81 in the outside lane pulling away from second place. It's not anymore. Here comes the 4 car. That's Brannigan Jr. here. He is caught first place in the outside lane, and here he comes, third place on the outside lane, the 12. That's LaFrance. He's going to give a good shove to the 4, who shoves the 81, and look right here, almost side by side for a race lead.
Tyler has gained up ground that inside lane. Kind of being forced, though, to be stuck together. That top side lane isn't
81 doing what he needs to do, side drafting the heck out of this 07 in second place, and here comes the outside lane. This is the first time they've been side by side for the lead.
Yep, this
Jason,
is the closest they've gotten. Jason,
he net coded the 81 car there.
Oh, they contact. Oh, the 81, he's not cleared quite yet, but it looks like as soon as he would be, he would slot back down in line. And they're approaching a lap car. The lap car is like, I don't want to be in this.
Oh, the 12 car. Oh, they almost wrecked on the outside lane.
And they are wrecking.
They were wrecking in the back. They were wrecking in the back. That is the Seth Hood in the 69 car. And that is no caution. That was a 1-car incident.
Oh, no caution. Poor Seth.
Oh, they just stacked up, and Seth might have got hit. Let's see. I'll check the replay out. Yeah, they just checked up, and 69 got hit from behind by the 14. He hit the 99 as well, as several other drivers just bottlenecked right there and may have some damage.
Tyler was back in side by side with the lead for Jason. Got his nose ahead, but just can't quite get it cleared right now. Down the backstretch though, maybe he can get it done.
Well, the 18's on the wall off the turn 2.
We have a new leader of this race. And is he gonna come down? He's there. Mark and Tyler both come down. Interesting though. They left their teammate in the 12 out to dry.
We got Parker Collins in the 18. He has fallen back from the pack. So is the 14 of Nathaniel Tallman, 26 of Braden Black, Kristen Mallon in the 99, and Seth Hood, who spun in the 69 car. They just need a caution if they want to get back in this race.
Yeah, I don't know if that caution is going to come. We are going to have green flag pit stops coming up. Oh, what is... Did I just see, like, Bryn in the middle or something?
I don't know. Jason been on the offensive now, first time all races. He's going to get split 3 wide. He's
oh,
in the
Jason
right
just
now.
got himself in the sucker hole.
Actually, now no double zero goes with him. The 57, who's been working the outside lane all race, is now going to fall all the way back. Actually, no, he might be able to... Yeah, he does get a line in the inside lane, or the outside lane, excuse me. Inside lane checks up a bit around Bryn George and Zach Cordor, and they're going to fall back some. As the 81, Tyler Grennan, who worked so hard in the outside lane all race, just enjoying the view now on the inside lane in the lead.
Yep, and the same thing is going to have to happen in order for Tyler to get past, which is... It's going to take a while. It could happen, but it is not easy. And I know Jason is very... He's, what's the right word? He doesn't mind taking a chance. Or it's a safe chance, but he doesn't mind taking a gamble. To get himself on the outside lane, trying to get himself back up to the lead. Unfortunately, he lost it. And trying to be on the offense again just put him back even more, so...
Moore's shoving the leader right now. I thought he was going to try to fake him out by going high and then cross him over low, but he just did not have enough of a gap in the inside lane to do it. As we have Jason in that 924 car calling out directions, playing this leadership role here, telling a bunch of people in the outside lane what to do here as they try to get back up front.
Actually, trying to gather the help, get some momentum going for that, and He'd be currently pushing the 12 car up there.
Most of this back half of the field is on the outside lane, so
Yep, because it's kind of their only shot to, if they can go anywhere. We'll see if Darren tries to go out with Logan. Oh. Mark of the car to go on the apron.
924 car of Jason giving a good push to this 12 here. This inside lane is spotty here. As the 4 looks high, might be trying to just give as much draft as he can to this later pack. He got a good mile per hour difference on the leader, but he's just gonna hop in right behind him, try to push him here. They're approaching more lap traffic. It's Seth Hood in the 69 who spun earlier a few laps ago.
Seth is at the head of his pack, but unfortunately he's going to see his laps go away. Going to be the first car 1 lap down though. And you know about the fuel situation?
Nope, I have no idea.
Alright, because after, I know these guys have 100% fuel. But with that being said, I assume 50, 55, we might see them come down, take some fuel to the end, if we don't see a caution, which very well could still happen at this point.
Outside lane's falling back some. They're still in about the same position, but they've just lost some time side drafting. Sprint George having damage in the inside lane. That's not helping them. They just continue to fall back. The top 4 in the inside lane just break apart, or at least trying to, as inside lane that second half is slowly catching back up. Justin Terps on the chat said they have 8 laps of fuel, so yeah, that's about right. It should be like around like lap 56 or something.
Gotcha.
I got 1 car coming straight road right now.
That's the 57, correct?
I think that's speeding, yeah. I think he sped coming into pit road. It's Ellis Wells.
Oh, he was a lap car, probably wasting a lot of fuel kind of out there by himself. But it makes me wonder, because Tyler and Jason were out there for so long, wonder if guys are going to maybe stretch it longer than they can go.
Yeah, that 57 is going to get popped with speed. It was 84 miles per hour as he entered pit road, so just did not time it or get it slowed down in time.
Oof. Makes insult to even worse for that 57 team.
One car less in the outside lane here. Is the car who 924 car was pushing up 12 of Connor LaFrance. He has jumped down to the inside lane.
Looks like this top side is going to fall back, because there's currently only 3 cars in it. And Tyler is going to try his best to lead the second half of the race, kind of pick up off of where Jason left off.
Outside lane slowly approaching the leaders though. And they're just still struggling. They can't seem to pass Brent George, that 8 car.
Oh, and the guys in front of Jason are the 2K teammates, so I highly doubt that they would hop out of line with each other. Maybe if Brink could also hop out of line too, they'd be more willing. But
I'm going to give a good shove to the 924 car, Jason Rajak.
yep, Darren just hopped on the outside lane trying to see what he can get done.
Just not enough cars in the outside lane right now to do anything.
Oh, and
As
you
we,
also got to...
if we got some cars going to pit road, Zachary Thorin, got the 64, the 07, Bryn George, 00. Looks like everybody got in there under the speed limit here. Let's see what tires are taking. How many tires?
Yep, gonna try and take a look at some of the cars down here,
Bryn
down pit
George
road.
taking right sides here. I don't know if he's taking all fours.
See, they are taking right sides. You can usually do about right sides and fill up the tank in the same time.
Yeah, that's right sides for the 00, and just for everybody, and fuel. As
Up and
these
out of
leaders
it.
are going to pit in now this lap, they're calling over the radio right now. The leaders are coming this time. Here they go. We got a split strategy here. It should be interesting, Matt.
Gotcha, and the second group of cars goes down right now.
He almost wrecked it coming on the pit road. They were 3 wide.
Yeah, if
That
this
was
Ford
close.
didn't speed, he'd be technically leading the race right now as Tyler goes into his box. See the 12. Wes in there. Darren slides through his stall, I think. Yep, backs it up.
Ooh. That's costly.
Darren is, these pit stops just killed Darren. Off of pit road, though. Tyler does manage to keep the lead.
Oh, this 07 car, Wes Gallo, is...
Oh, wait.
he was
Jason
one of
is
the first.
ahead of Tyler. How did that happen?
I don't know, but of the 07 car, Wes Gallo, he was up front all day, and he's just now leaving his pit stall. He is a lap down. It may go 2 laps down here.
What in the
Well,
world happened to
I do not know what
Wes?
happened here.
Ah,
He
it
just-
sucks for him. He's having a great day.
Yeah, he went with that first group down pit road and just never left pit road. So I guess
What?
he had damage or something.
Or maybe he got a penalty. Who knows?
Yeah, that could be work. That could have happened too. Let me check.
Well, it looks like these guys merged with the other one. Currently, I think Christopher Robinson is the leader, but he is being passed right now by Tyler. Oh, this...
Oh yeah, that's right here. 07, 63 miles per hour as he hits the pit cone and entered from the grass on a pit road. So that was
Oh,
probably an unsafe
penalties.
pit exit. Yeah, you got a double whammy there. That is not helpful to him.
Oh, Tristan Millette also entering the track right now, too. Tristan is a lap down. So he probably had some pit road troubles as well. Pit road getting a lot of these guys. Especially a lot of those Camrys, which I believe teammates for Animal Racing.
Parker Collins, Nathaniel Tallman coming out from pit road here. As both these groups have merged into one pack already.
Yeah, it was very interesting seeing that merge. Chris Robinson was leading them out. And Tyler, with the help of Mark, were able to pass by him on the outside. Jason made up some ground though too. He's up to the 4th position, but we know Jason's gonna hop to the outside lane. He's either gonna come in dead last or first. So
We've got 7 cars on the lead lap, and then 2 extra lap cars in the very back of this first pack. We're about 15 laps to go here at Talladega. Josh would really shake things up.
yeah, we did have our green flag pit stops though, and that usually kind of settles the field down. But we already got one giant blob already. And it doesn't look like anyone is willing to make a move. I see the Ford poking out, but I wonder if he just got a little tight.
Yeah, I think you just sit around here for a few laps, just try to have nothing go wrong. I think that's a strategy now. Just wait about 10 laps to start making moves.
Yeah, and we'll have to see who is content and who is not. After talking with many of these drivers in the field, I know a lot of them aren't going to be content. Like Zachary Thornton, no, he's willing to be aggressive. I already mentioned Jason. Chris Robinson's won a lot of races, and he's won because he's made those aggressive choices. But right now, no one's going to pull the trigger. Maybe you would see it happen in a few laps. We just started lap number 58 out of 70. We're closing down. 12 laps to go here in this race.
I think like once you get the 5 to go, I think you'll start making moves from that. I think just for the next 10ish laps, we're just gonna sit around, and get a bit of a check up there, 0-0. That was maybe your chance to go on the outside lane if you wanted to, but everybody trying to be safe here. Scorecard jumps out of line. He's just going to try to fall back some and then get a run to see what he can do with the 81 here.
Yeah, he is going to get a massive run. There was a gap between him and Tyler, so we'll see. That run's coming right now. Is he going to try and do something with it? It doesn't look like it. But that's how you would get around the leader, and I think Mark is in the catbird seat right now. Try and lay back.
Might be practicing for later in the race to try that same exact move. So, who knows? Here comes the 0-0 the outside
Chris
lane.
to the outside. No, he doesn't. He was able to stop the line before the 924 got there.
Yeah, he's just playing with people now.
In this pack, don't we have, we only have 7 guys here, so if you do make a mistake, you're still going to have a top 10 in this race as long as you don't find yourself into that second pack. There's actually...
0-0 going to be pushing the pusher here.
Oh, that second pack really isn't a thing. Because it's just kind of Logan and Brian filling in 8th and 9th, and Bryn George in 10th.
Fourth to run on the leader.
He's got momentum. What's he going to do with it?
Flanking.
Oh, he's just going to push the 81.
Yeah, what I think he's doing right now, he's probably just practicing those moves. There's the 2 lap cars in the outside lane now. I don't know what they're trying to do because they're just going to try to make the lap cars fall back as no, they're going to be courteous here and just not try to side draft them and just stay behind them here. Before looking to the outside lane, just trying to play with people. He might be actually trying to go the 0-0. Oh, that was close. He cut off the 0-0 there.
Maybe they're trying to organize it. Who knows?
He might be signaling the 0-0 to try to go up there with them. I don't know. He's cut him off right there again in turn number 1.
It could be. If he goes up with him, I know a few guys...
0-0 just went up with him, but it just immediately came back as soon as the 4 didn't try to go anywhere. I think this 0-0 is going to go with the 4 car if the 4 car comes in.
Chris...
You can see he's signaling to him, and he will. Yeah, I think just definitely this 0-0 will go to the 4 if he had a chance to go the outside lane here.
Yep, and I don't believe Mark has won any races this season. He was so dominant last season. He's just kind of been quiet and getting a lot of top 5s, top 10s, and he's very solid in these playoffs.
Definitely having a hard-working day here. Spent most of the day just finding the outside lane to try to get up the front, and then he got up front, and it's just cruise control ever since. Oh, here comes Jason. Almost went to the, was able to get to the inside of the 0-0. So here comes the 64 go to the outside lane, probably signaling to people he's willing to go up there. And people spreading out a little bit here. 64 again on the outside lane. Here comes this 0-0 to the outside. Oh. Passing a lap car, being courteous. Who goes to the apron? That's the 14 car.
Up goes Nathan Talman.
The 64 is falling back here on the outside lane. He is a lead lap car, and he's going to be stuck behind 2 lap cars.
That was interesting. Wonder if he tried to make a move, no one went with him, and now he's going to be back to the 7th position, but still good points today for the 64 at least. We'll see for the rest of these guys what's going to happen. 4 to the outside, maybe, maybe not.
0-0, moving half a lane up here. Now he's back, plugging the yellow line. Is everybody catching one another now? This 12 is going to go. Here comes the outside lane. We got 4 cars on it now. the 2 lap cars. We got the 64 as well as the 12. The 2 lead lap cars. So it's even. We got 4 cars each. Actually, no, 5 in the
We'll
inside
see.
lane now.
Is
Here
now
comes
the
the
time to
double zero.
go.
He's been hungry with the outside lane. He's side drafting the 4 for second here.
Chris
4 cars
Robinson.
in the inside lane, 5 on the outside lane.
Yep, Chris Robinson jumps up
Oh,
to
there's
the
3
outside lane.
wide now. Double zero left on the right. He was barely clear of the 4. That's going to stack up the inside lane. Wow. And the 12 car, thinking smart here, is now side by side with the leader after being in, I believe, 5th place. Yeah, he was 5th when they last crossed the line now. Now he's fighting for 2nd place. Here comes 81 up top, trying to block the run.
Tyler gonna be
He's got to come up
blocking.
now right there, because here comes the 12 again. But 12's going to fall back a little bit. Here comes the double zero with help from the 4. It's getting dicey here. I knew it was around 5 laps to go. They'd start making moves. And here it is, folks. This 12's going to side draft the double zero for second. This inside lane is just broken apart. The 81's got to go high here because there's not enough concentration in this inside lane. 12's going to go low with the 81. The 57, who's a lap car, will stay in the outside lane here. Got lead lap cars with Zachary Thornton and 64 and Jason moving up high. But it is spread out now on the inside lane. Thornton, Jason goes low. The 57, the 2 lap cars, they go low as well. And the 64 is going to get left out to dry again. 5 laps to go here at Talladega. We saw how much things could change in 1 lap. The 12 went from 5th to 2nd here. So,
Yep, they got that
still
outside
anyone's
lane
game.
organized. And we'll see what happens coming down to the line. We know Connor LaFrance wants to get this win, and he's not going to push Tyler to the win, too. Tyler's going to have to block like crazy, so this is about to get very interesting.
This 3rd place on back, catching these two leaders who broke away a little bit there.
Yep, also Ellis Wells in the 57 is finding himself smack in the middle of his battle as a lap car.
Yeah. We got 3 lead lap cars, 2 lead lap cars, or 2 lap down cars, and then 4 lead lap cars. It's just a sandwich right there with the 57 and the 69er in. If I were them, I would just go to the outside lane, fall back, and just let these lead lap cars race it out here.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what they're going to do because currently they're not in the way as everybody is single file. As they get a double file, though, which we know is going to happen is... Oh!
Oh, the 81 barely cleared himself there. Oh, man, that was close.
Dicey.
They almost wrecked there. Here comes the 4 of the outside lane of these lap cars. Zachary throwing to help with them. And the rest of the lap cars, the lead lap cars behind the 69 are going to go high. Zachary Thornton gets pushed, almost wrecks it there. As here go for second, the double zero. Side by side, the 12, he's side drafting in that lap car. The 57 going to go high to help him out. As one of the lead lap cars is kind of in the back, as Jason has been up front all day. Finds himself about to say,
Oh, bumper to the back of the 81.
They're 3 wide. All the lap cars are up high in the top lane now. Just going to let these lead lap cars race it out here. As Jason rejoins the pack from being out 4 as the 12, who was 3rd, now finds himself near the back of the pack. Just once again shows you how much these things change. 4 now up to 3rd place. Zachary Thornton up to 4th here. He's been slowly in the catbird seat here.
Yeah, throughout all of it.
His way up to the catbird seat.
Throughout all of it, Tyler Grenot has managed to keep the lead with all of this chaos going as we are coming to 2 to go. We've seen second place change.
Thornton, he gets loose with the 12. Just trying to get around the lap car. That's not going to help him out as there's more lap traffic. That's the 07 who was second for most of this race.
He's staying
on
the bottom.
He's stay low. Wow, this is really shaking up the field here. I'm shocked that they didn't go low, as now Jason's going to be stuck down low here. He got pushed out, and he's just going to fall back behind this lap car, going to get slowed down. Oh, they're wrecking the double zero. Saves it. What a save. He cut somebody off there as wow. That was a great save.
Look who's up to second again.
The 81 out there, and He's going to get a huge mile per hour difference. Zachary Thornton to the outside of the 12 as we're on the white flag now. Here we go. Next flag will end the race.
Inside lane,
Here
two
we
cars.
go.
Outside lane, a lot more than 2 cars. Tyler's going to have to block. Thornton trying to go back to back. He just got left behind.
64 ditched him. That's really not going to help him here. They need a 1 car in the outside lane to really help this out. Because this 12 cars, unless he gets helped by Zachary Thornton, who comes in the inside lane, he's not going to be able to pass the 81 car here.
Time
The
is
12 needs to
running
go outside
down.
with help of Zachary Thornton. He needs to go to the outside lane right now.
They're trying,
He's
but
just going to push the 81 here.
don't.
Thornton's going to, yeah, it's over it's over. I don't think Zachary Thornton can catch the leader here.
No, they don't have
As
much help
Tyler
on that
Grenett-
outside lane.
Tyler Grenett working hard all day, and it's going to pay off for him. He wins at Talladega. The end of the regular season, they're
Wrecked
wrecking
and
out
cross
the
the
checkered flag.
line.
That's the 57, the 07, the 4. Just a well-deserved win for this 57 car. Like I said, he worked hard all day and just paid off for him at the end. Excuse me, the 81, not the 57.
Yep, the 81, Tyler Grenott, your winner here, center of our screen right now. We're going to see him doing burnouts. We'll see if he thanks Mark for giving him that lead, and then he did a great job maintaining it. Zachary Thornton tried so hard, came in second. Connor LaFrance, we saw him bounce back, like 8th to 2nd to 7th, back up to 2nd, and he came up in 3rd. Brett Murphy in 4th.
Murphy with a great rebound from after having a bad week at Dover last week. He finishes 4th. 4 cars been having a chaotic race. He gets 5th. Jason Ricard, who dominated this first half of the race, he finds himself 6th. You got the double zero. Was wild throughout this race. Try to make things happen. Trying to make anything happen. He gets 7th. Got the 77 in 8th. Then 9th was Logan Urinsky. Bryn George rounds out your top 10 is this 81 car. About to do some burnouts here. Let's see it happen. A well-deserved win for the 81 here at Talladega.
Up did a great job. Managed to hold him off too. Trying to do that straight burnout, but Iris is not giving him too much smoke.
Yeah. Gotta resort to the donuts here.
Can't go wrong with donuts.
Good burnout here by this 81 car.
Yeah, I haven't seen him do a burnout all season, but it looks like he is no stranger to those, as that back is going to smack the wall. Make sure it passes inspection. Gotta get that love tap going.
Yep. And she's just going to park it right next to the wall there. Why even bother moving it?
All right. We'll make sure to get Oh, he's going again. One last time.
Stop and collect his breath, I guess.
Make sure the car wasn't too damaged.
Yeah.
And I just heard the engine go. All right, gonna pause it right there. We'll bring up people in the booth. I see Thornton managed his way to get up there. We'll start out with 3rd place first, which would be Connor LaFrance. So we'll wait a little bit. And the winner, Tyler, will have to manage his way to our waiting room too.
Do you want to interview Thornton while we wait for everybody else?
We could.
I think we do it.
Let's see. I guess we'll bring up Thornton now, our 2nd place driver. Hey, Thornton, it's Matt and Cappy in the booth. You copy?
Yep.
All right. Gonna start off with a great 2nd place run for you. I know you're trying to go for the win there at the end, but what was going through your head is all of that chaos was happening.
Well, it sure was a lot of chaos. Glad I had a teammate, or not teammate, but full site partner up front with me. So that really helped towards the end. That was a pretty good race, though. Everyone was a little toxic tonight, but it was a good race. People were able to make outside work, which is nice. So
Yep, we did see that outside lane work. The only time there really was a challenge for the lead was getting Tyler there. So how was it with you trying to manipulate the draft on what was there, get yourself up to second place, and then to try and compete for the win there?
yeah, I mean it was difficult. I mean, thankfully Brett let me in the last lap to get the bottom, and I was able to get a run. Fortunately, he wasn't like completely connected to me when we made our move, which I mean, whatever. Still got second out of it, but if we were completely connected from the start, like into turn four to the start finish, I think I would have had a shot at the win maybe. But P2 is still pretty good. I mean, we've gone what like three of the last four before this. Now like another second place, so I'll take it. Nice momentum into the playoffs.
Quiet all day and just made his way into second when it counted at the end.
Also, I'd like to thank Hunter Terpstra for not believing in me, and I proved you wrong, Hunter Terpstra. You said you were cheering for me to Ryan, Zach, and Bryn to wreck. Well, I didn't wreck, so get wrecked, Hunter Terpstra.
All right, with those words, I don't see anyone else in the waiting booth, but we very well could.
Tyler's in there, and I yelled at Connor to join, but he didn't join. So,
Guess we're not getting a second place, or excuse me, third place interview tonight.
thanks for broadcasting, guys. Though,
Yeah.
was that an interesting race to watch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was interesting. Based on your comments, I wonder if the voice chat was more interesting. But
Yes, people were toxic. Yep, there are definitely some interesting people tonight.
Well,
yeah,
thank
Anyways,
you for
thank you
racing tonight.
guys.
Thank you for the
Yep.
interview. Good luck next week as
Anytime.
the playoffs start.
2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Get it right, Kepi.
Okay. At least think of a good comeback, right? Think of a good comeback for me.
Okay. Thank you guys for broadcasting. Bye.
You're welcome. Because I'd say if Carla France does not join, we could probably just interview Jason again if he wants.
um,
I think we should just go with our race order now. Just let's not keep him waiting.
yeah, we'll just interview Tyler right now. Hey, Tyler, it's Matt and Cappy in the booth. You copy?
What's up?
All right, congrats on that win there.
Thank you.
So, how was it trying to hold everyone off? We saw you had to give a few blocks, and a lot of people are trying to come for that position there at the end.
Yeah, definitely crazy there at the end. A lot of blocks being thrown, but I had my teammate behind me, so it wasn't too hectic, but he helped me a lot. Mark helped me a lot, and in the end they got it done.
Yeah. So, from your perspective, with those pit stops, you actually didn't come out as the first place car, but managed to fight for that lead once again. So, how was that?
Yeah, on old tires, I didn't want to push it too hard and slide through and go off into the grass or get a speeding penalty. So I took it really cautious going into the pits. I gave up a spot to, I think it was Jason. And then I came out second, and then once we got to the backstretch, I had Mark behind me, so we went right around Jason and right around Christopher Robinson, and that was it. Led the rest of the race.
Yep. After you got around Jason, looked like you pretty much didn't look back.
Yeah, pretty much didn't. Just kept my eyes forward, and like I said, I had Mark behind me, so it took a lot of the stress off having a teammate behind me, and it got hectic there for a while when they got shuffled back and just blocked. And with the new package, it's hard to get such a big run compared to the old package. So it was a lot easier and worked out in the end.
Yeah, Cappy. Anything you want to say?
Definitely just a wild race. You definitely earned this race win because you're just fighting all day long on the top of the first half of the race. So then once you got the lead there in the second half, it was just you did good job making sure you weren't getting past and just staying in the lead and just went on to win the race. I think you definitely deserve this win, like I said.
Yeah, definitely. It was a struggle the first 25 laps, right to the stage. It was a struggle to get to the front. But then after the stage, me and Mark, we went to the top and just made it work. And it took us a while, but a lot of side drafting and good pushes by Mark, and we finally got to the front. And then pretty much just stayed there the rest of the race.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thanks for racing tonight, and thanks for hopping in the booth for an interview.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, guys, for putting this on and broadcasting it.
All right,
All
so
right, that was
that
our race winner.
yep, that we were just talked to our race winner. In 2 weeks, we will head off to Kansas for the first race of the playoffs. Gives me a little time to mess with the Streamlabs, make sure everything's working. And yep, managed to get this done. So thank you for joining us in, and I'm going to leave us with some final thoughts from Kepi.
I think that was definitely an interesting race. It was just mostly a struggle of the outside lane trying to catch the leader, and they were able to catch the leader, I believe, twice, and we saw the lead change both times. So definitely just a lot of storylines throughout the race. That major storyline uh, being what I just said, the struggle of the outside lane to get up front and just make the pass for the lead. Definitely, I think a good race though, because it kept us entertained of what the outside lane would do. So. Yeah, I just can't wait for 2 weeks and for the playoffs to start.
Yep, and then all the craziness is going to begin. With